Hello everyone, it is again Season coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about gentlemen's agreements in Call of Duty and some of my thoughts on them. But before we do get into this video, I wanted to give you a reminder to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, helps me out an absolute ton. Let's see how we do on this video, but yeah, without further ado, let's talk about gentlemen's agreements. So if you are like pretty new to competitive Call of Duty or don't play it, I guess I would first just start by explaining a gentleman's agreement. It's something that's not officially banned in the competitive rule set, but the pros, by some majority vote, have decided that they are not going to use certain weapons, attachments, like movement tactics, equipment, whatever. So, like, right off the bat, shotguns, LMGs, tac rifles, launchers, some perks are just taken out completely. They're banned by Activision's official rule set from the start. Then the pros kind of, through playing the game with what's left, will slowly whittle it down and they'll gentleman's agreement or GA certain things, and then essentially you aren't able to use them in pro play, or your team is suspended for like at least a scrim or other punishments. I don't know exactly how it all works at the highest level. I know some teams lose scrims from breaking GAs, but it is just that. It's a gentleman's agreement that, yes, this may not be officially banned by the rules, but no one is going to use it, and if they do, there is going to be a punishment because they're saying that it's something that's not balanced. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that. My problem is the overbearing GAs in the Pro League. I get it. Not everything has to be perfectly balanced all the time. Yes, it may be annoying if you are playing Call of Duty however many hours a day the pros are, for something to be a little bit overpowered. The reality is, though, GAs have gotten crazy, like to the point where you've got like 2 guns in every COD, and people are only using those 2 guns with whatever the meta attachments are, and there's no variety. I can't even remember the last time we had a true 3-gun meta in competitive Call of Duty. And it just gets boring as a viewer. Like, I'm sure there's going to be someone who's going to be like, oh, you're just a noob, you don't understand. It's actually better not having this in the game, and it's not that bad if you just understand how the game's played. No, it is kind of boring seeing a 2-gun meta every year, year after year after year, and just a complete lack of variety. And this year we have another 2-gun meta, and it feels like every year the AR is like better at the start of the game, then they GA it into the ground. And right now I feel like the sub is better than the AR solely through GAs. Like, they've dumbed down the M15 to a point where the SMG is still so good that you can kill at pretty decent distance with very low recoil and decent damage. So I don't like the way it throws off balance, makes the game boring, and overall affects competitive gameplay. The next thing I wanted to talk about with GAs is ranked play. Now, the honest truth about ranked play is that it is not supposed to perfectly emulate the CDL. There are plenty of ways you can play the official rule set, the official GA list, and get that experience. Ranked play is supposed to be kind of a middle thing between casual and competitive play. It's not going to have all of the GAs. Usually it doesn't have stuff that's GA'd banned. It's going to have that available. It'll have all the things that are banned officially out. I think sometimes they take out some of the GA'd stuff. And at that point, you can pick and choose from what's left. And if your class setup's a little bit more overpowered than what's being run by the pros, then you're able to run it in ranked play. And I constantly see people complaining about this, but they're just not understanding that ranked play is not supposed to be like a mini version of the CDL. It's supposed to get people a little bit more interested in the competitive side of Call of Duty. It's a very, very low like barrier to entry. All you have to do is, instead of queuing up a pub, you queue into ranked play. So they aren't going to make it a 1-to-1 of the CDL rules and GAs. And I mean, at the top levels, you really don't see people breaking GAs all the time that often. When people start to get into like the higher crims and iridescence, you usually see people following GAs a little bit closer. And at the lower levels, it really shouldn't matter. Like, if you're in a plat lobby or a diamond lobby and you're struggling because someone has a muzzle on their AR, you honestly don't really belong much higher than the rank you are. If you're truly climbing through the ranks and should be in a higher rank, you should be able to outgun someone just because they have a compensator. I really don't think it's as much of a problem as some people make it. But I think it has the biggest impact on kind of that like plat to mid diamond ranks, because above that, I really don't see people breaking GAs, and usually if they are, a lot of other players in the lobby, like I'll have a class with some GA attachments ready, so that if someone's doing it, I might throw that class on and say, whatever, I'm gonna give it a try. But kind of to summarize my thoughts in this video, I think GAs have gone too far. I think teams influence what they GA based on what works best for their team composition, and I don't think that's what's supposed to happen. I think it dumbs down competitive play and takes out some variety. Yeah, I understand that like some GAs prevent like an 8 AR meta where you have 8 ARs on the map at one time. But also some of them, it's like, are we really going to just chalk this attachment at the start of the year and before any balancing has come out on any weapons, and we're not going to revisit that attachment might not be as overpowered after like a medium range or long range damage nerf? Honestly, I think they need to revisit a lot of GAs. I think it's kind of dumb that things just get completely chalked first week of the season and are never heard from again, especially when there's weapon balancing. I think in ranked play, if you're complaining about GAs, you're kind of lame. Sorry to say that, because I know that'll probably hurt some feelings. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, please remember again to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. All of my socials are down below. I'll be posting some TikToks very soon as well, so please do go check those out. I appreciate you for spending some of your day watching this video, and I'll catch you soon with another one. Bye.